Yo ho, and welcome back to a new review. And this time it's time for Made in Abyss, episode number 12. Oh boy, this episode, it was really interesting. And we got to see the leader, Jiro, again, and also the kids, and Kiwi, I think was his name. And we had, many episodes back then, the topic of that, kinda the disease of the birthday, where a lot of kids are dying on their birthday. And it's quite interesting because we got back to this as well, and it was just for a few minutes at the beginning of the episode, which led us then to go down the abyss. And what I really liked was that the leader, he was looking after Kioi, who had a really high fever, and then he called the pharmacist and she was like, yeah, I'm not a dog, but let's take him to that ship and we will look after him. And when they got there, they were talking about that disease or the curse. And we saw some people throwing the ash of someone who passed away down the abyss with the flowers from the abyss, and it looked really interesting. And then they continued to walk and talk, and then something crazy happened when they were on the ship, and it was basically that Kiwi, the fever was gone and he was totally healthy. You wouldn't think that he had a high fever just moments before, and my guess now is that this is obviously related to the abyss in some way or another. And even that girl, her character design looked really cute, so I have to point this out. And when she was looking up, she was really talking about the abyss and that maybe this is a curse, we don't know, but there's so many things we don't know about the abyss that, yeah, it's a possibility. And then we are getting high up. We saw a bird view of the abyss, and then the narrator voice was like that, well, yeah, longing is stronger than any poison and any illness, which is, well, yeah, quite true. And then we got down to the abyss and back to Rek, who was giving us a little, well, yeah, flashback to the last episode, with the kind of memories coming back, and then when he came back to the small home, he saw Mitty over Rico, and then he started to kind of freak out, but Nanachi saved the day and the episode. Seriously, Nanachi is awesome. And she explained many things, like that Mitty wouldn't attack a human, and that they were actually around the same age where before Mitty became what she is now, because she was a girl around that age. And also that it's thanks to Mitty that the curse was, or the poison was, removed from Rico. And then she explained what she did with Mitty's blood, because, well, Mitty, she can get rid of poison herself, and so on. And then Nanachi explained also because Rek was basically asking about the curse that Nanachi pointed out, I think it was the last episode, that the curse is not around. And she explained it in a way that made sense, and it's actually quite interesting. So the curse is like a layer, and she explained it with a super thin cloth. And when they were under the super thin cloth, she explained it in a way that the poison is around, the curse is around, it moves with you, and it's like a force field. And if you poke a finger through, you would hardly feel anything, but then she really used force to get her head through the cloth, and she was like, yeah, and if you do this, then the curse will hit you really hard. And also that the curse is getting weaker and weaker the farther you get from the vertical shaft, and something like this, and that you can use it because this is also used how to predict or how those beasts predict the future. And she let Reg experience it himself. She put a little speaker to his helmet, and then they were going and they heard suddenly a whistle. Reg was running there, and there was I think a black whistle was it, an older guy who was there, and he was attacked by an orbit piercer. And Reg joined it, he fought it, and he had to listen to Nanachi's advice, or more her instruction. So Reg had to look up and then move to the right, and then he had the face of the orbit piercer, and it's also an organ, which is really, really important. It's a matter of life and death for those. And the orbit piercer attacked, and then Reg in the end defeated it. He used his cannon, which basically didn't kill the orbit piercer entirely, but around 80% of the spikes were gone, and so that the piercer can't even hunt in this level anymore, so he had to be gone. And I really think it's an interesting way to put it, and when Reg was talking to the old man, even though Nanachi didn't want to, because after the beasts, the biggest threats to her are the cave raiders. But Rick didn't say anything except that if he could get a message to Jiro from the orphanage, that was basically just, yeah, we are going to continue, we are still continuing our adventure in the abyss. That's it, and obviously Jiro will know from whom this was coming. And yeah, I really loved the episode. Also the flashback with Nanachi and Mitty. They were talking, so they were obviously escaping from somewhere. No, I'm not really sure if it was actually from a level of the abyss, a layer, or from something, well, also terrifying, but maybe some freaky scientist, I don't really know. It could be. So we will have to wait for this if we will get ever to this point, and I'm really hoping we will get a second season, because next week will be the last episode, which will be a double episode, so 45 minutes runtime. Oh, it will be awesome. I'm really excited. So yeah. Oh, and the cliffhanger, because Reg had to do Nanachi a favor, which was basically, yeah, to do because she showed him or explained him the curse. And what Nanachi said was really crazy. Well, she looked quite sad. It wasn't easy for her, but what she asked for was that Reg has to kill Mitty for her, and We really don't know why, maybe because she feels pity for Mitty or something like this. I'm not sure, it could be, but yeah, we will see. So yeah, that's it for now. And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you guys next time as well. Till then, have a great time. Bye bye.